Till I heard a sweet voice say, make me your choice, and I entered the haven of rest.
Hello, welcome back to Natural Music. Today we are going to be starting the song Haven of Rest in the key of G. It's kind of got a gospel bluesy feel to it. So let's just dive right in on this. Let's start with the intro, and we're going to start with talking about the chords and what key we're in and the timing. So this is 3/4 time. The chords on the intro are G to B7 to C diminished, C diminished 7, a G over D to D7 to G to C with the D over it. Okay? So we're going to play over that rhythm or chord progression. And you should have already heard the demo, but I just wanted to be clear and pay attention to your chord chart. You can see that's kind of diagrammed out at the top of it in the intro section. So let's start with the opening lick. In the right hand, we're going to go like this. So the first motion that we're going to make is, and we're doing it, low down here to give it just kind of that sound that we're looking for, and then we're going to come up here and play some licks up there. So we're going to do G, E, D sharp, and D, all just in one rolling motion. It's almost like if you had a G like this with an E in there and you go, and that doesn't sound bad to do that. But we're going to do it with these notes. All right, so we're going to go G, E, D sharp, D. All right, and roll it. So real slow, it's, see what fingers I'm using? I'm using here, thumb, index, thumb. All right. All right, so that's kind of the opening, just roll, and basically we're just rolling down to this D note, so we can go. And then while we're doing this, we're going to go E to G. And we're going to jump up here real quick, and we're going to roll an A sharp, and a B. Like that, just all in one motion. So A in the thumb, and then slide the A sharp to B with the pointer finger here. And then we're going to come up to this D. So we got... Now, in the left hand, when we do the A to the B to the D, this slide is when the left hand, we're basically sliding to B. So it makes this G chord with the B and the octave G in the left hand. So we're going... All right? And then the left hand comes up and does this G chord, because the first chord is, G there. And then we'll go to a B7, and that's what gives it, the sound of the song and the bluesy sound. But the G I'm going to play here is a D, G, and B. We've taken this D and put it down there. So we got octave G. And we're going to hit a couple chords of these. So it's like bass line and strumming guitar. 1, 2, 3. All right? So... All right, and then we're going to go to this B7 in the left hand. All right, so we're going to go This B7 is D sharp, F sharp, A, and then the B. So just make a nice fat chord. We're right here already, so your thumb's already on the note it needs to be. So we got, and we'll play 1, 2, 3. Now you can go down and grab the first octave of the B and go 1, and then play the 2 and 3 here. But since it's just right there, it sounds fine to play this nice full chord without grabbing that bass line. You can if you want to. You can go. But I like to just go to the chord and go. So with a G, 1, 2, 3, then B, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that's what the left hand's doing. So the right hand's going. All right, then after we start that G rhythm, we go 1, 2, and then right before that 3, we're going. And it's getting us to this B. So in the right hand, we're gonna go D with an A, or actually we're gonna hit a D first, and then we're gonna hit the A and the D together, and we're gonna do this while holding down that D. And this is kind of a quick little move if you're not used to this. You're gonna go A sharp, A to G all in one time. You're gonna go. But with the D up there, you're gonna go. You hit it single note D, and then you go. And then you see how we held that D the whole time? And that may look simple, but if it's the first time doing it, it can, your fingers can definitely feel stiff doing that. All right, so, and then we're going to hit an A note at the end. And then an A note. And then just by itself, so real slow. And then we're gonna hit the A again, but when we hit the A again, we're going to, if you can reach your thumb down there, you can leave this finger here, and then we're going to, there's where the B happens in the left hand. So it goes, all right, so if you can do that, if this is kind of a weird reach for you, you can use a different finger, but I just use this A, and I do the third of a B chord, so it kind of feels like a B, which is a D sharp. So we're playing an A, after that single note A, after that lick, we're playing a D sharp there, and when we hit those two notes is when the left hand starts the B7 chord we went over. All right, so far we got. So the right hand by itself is. All right, and then the left hand by itself is. And both of them together. All right. Now, I think you only get through a couple. 1, 2, and then we're gonna play this lick before you hit that third one down here in the left hand, and you finish out that measure. We're gonna hit this A. See. Then we're gonna hit this A with our thumb one time, and then we're gonna go like this. So we're gonna hit the A single note by after we're sustaining that, and we're gonna go hit the A by itself, and then we're going to do a D sharp and an A together, and then from the A in our thumb, we're gonna kind of correct it with our finger to B, and we're gonna go. So hit the A by itself, and then hit the D sharp and the A, and then correct to the B. Act like you were gonna hit this note, but you were like, ooh, that's wrong, so I'm gonna correct, even though it's right. So, all right. And then we're gonna hit the A again. All right. And we're gonna do all that over that left hand, or that B. So, all right, so we hit that 3 times. So I'm going to do it, everything we got so far, nice and slow. All right. Now, we're getting ready to change to the C chord there. And so in the right hand, we're going to play a C and a G. We're going to go, and we're going to correct to the A. We're going to go G, and then kind of just bend that note to an A. And then hold that C down, and then come back down to the G. So go. So we got... All right. But when we do that first... going from the G to the A with the C up here, we're going to hit an octave C down there because the actual chord of the intro changes to a C. So 2, 3, and then we're going to come up and play. So 1, 2, 3. So we're doing bass line C in the left hand. Then we're going to come up and play the C, E, G, and C. So we just got done doing 1, 2, 3, then C, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna play a measure of C there. So, all right, then over, even though we're 1, 2, 3, then over that C, we're gonna go E, then G. So after we do this, in our right hand, we're gonna go E, G, and then we're going to keep the C up there, and this is going to be kind of a quick, it's going to be a tight situation to do this. Right here, we're going to go A sharp, A, G, and then cross over to E. We're going to go, and then we're going to go down here to this E. But while we do A sharp, A, and G, we're going to try holding down the C in our pinky, and it's kind of tight, but... And then we're going to hit the E by itself. So we got, then E, and then we're going to go. So real quick, without the C, it's just... With the C, it's, and then E. All right? So over that C, we've got, all right, see how that is? So 1, 2, da, 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 da. All right, so we're holding rhythm just nice and easy in the left hand, and we're playing all this. Let's play everything up to this point. So we got... All right, then we hit that E. Now we're getting ready to go to a C sharp diminished. So in our left hand, we're just going to pulse this 1, 2, 3. We're just going to pulse, or I guess throb maybe is the word, because we're doing a C sharp octave, just nice and powerful. And you can even do it down there if you want more power. But you can do 1, 2, 3. We're not going to go 1, 2, 3. Anyway, we'll just keep that like that. So we've got C, then 1, 2, 3. All right. But what we're going to do up here on the right hand, while we're over that measure, we're just throbbing that C sharp. It's a C sharp diminished chord. So we're going to play the octave notes in the C sharp diminished 7, actually, which here are the notes in it. Would be an E, G, A sharp, and C sharp, and then obviously another E up here because it's the same. So we just ended on, we hit that E when we were on C, and then when we go to here, we're gonna play some octaves of that. So we're gonna go E, G, then back to down to E, G, A sharp, C sharp, and I think we're going back to A sharp. Let me see. See. Yeah, so we got E, G, A sharp, C sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and then up to this high E, And then that chord will actually change to a G with a D in the left hand. So we're going to hit a low octave D, and we're going to roll, if you can, a octave D with the G up notes in here, which is G and B. So we're going to go like that. So over this, we're going to go. Ooh, let me see. Let me get into that a little better. All right, so the whole time I'm just, and then D, or you can go to this D. I go to this real low and kind of be powerful when we hit this G. Now, if you can only do one note in there and roll it, or just you want to hit it straight, doesn't matter. Or if you just want to add the B or the G. But if you can grab all of those, do that. Okay, so here's what we got so far. This was the, over that C sharp diminished, we outlined the chord with octaves, because these are what makes up the note. So we're going. So for every one of these we hit 2 down here. See how we did that? 1, 2, 3. So the first one we hit. Real slow now. And we went and hit this D or this D right here. And then we hit this G here because we're actually going to a G with a D down here. So we're gonna do low octave D down here in the left hand, and then we're gonna go the G chord here. So D, G, and B, 1, 2, because we get a whole measure of D with a G. So we're supplying the G chord in our left hand and the D octave in our left hand. So we're going D. So it'd be like the same as if we were doing this, but we're going. So it frees up our right hand to play whatever we need to. So let's play what we got so far. And then on the third of that measure, when we're going D, then that chord, and the second time we hit that chord, which is actually a third of that measure, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna roll that G chord up in the right hand. We're gonna go D, G, and B. So we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go down to this D7. The chord changes D7, so we're gonna hit this octave D again down here, real low. And we're gonna hit this D7. So take a D, which is D, F sharp, and A, and drop the thumb down to C. And then we're just gonna hit it. So we're gonna go, and then we're gonna come up here and play a D7, which we're gonna play D, F sharp, A, and C. So we're gonna go 1, 2. All right. And then in the right hand, after we hit this D, we're gonna go 1, 2. Then on 3, we're gonna go. We're gonna do this little lick over the D chord. We're going to do a single note D. I didn't play that right there, but I go. And then I'm going to go hit a D and an A sharp and slide down to A really fast. And then go G. So with the D still up here. And then back to A. Like that, real slow. And I'm gonna hit we're going back to a G chord right here, so I'm gonna go G and B. Okay? So, so far, here's what we got. And when we hit that G and the B, we're going back to a G chord, so we're hitting an octave G here. We're going to go, and then we're going to come up and we're going to hit. Let me see, maybe just one of those. Yeah, we're just going to hit B, D, and G. So we're going to go G, and then hit B, D, and G. And this is getting close to getting too low to supplying the rhythmic chord, but it works fine in this situation. G, B, D, and G. Hit that once. And then after we get done hitting that, we're going to do this chordal lick thing. We're going to go to a C with a D, so the octave D down here. So we're going to go. Ooh, we're not going to hit that twice. Okay, and so what this is in the right hand is a G here. We're going to go D, G, and B, and we're going to go up to this A minor. E, A, and C. So we're going to hit that quick. And then back down to the G. Like that. And we're going to pop the G. Like that. So back down to that G, D, G, and B. So, and then we're going to hit this G, B, D, and G. So, and then we're going to do octave D, and the chords actually go C with the D down there. So we're going to play regular old C, C, E, and G with the D down here. And then while sustaining this D in the left hand, we're going to go. So I'm going to take an octave G, and I'm going to play like a C9, which is a C with a D in there, so it works real well over the C with the D down there. And then I'm going to roll down, so it's like an octave G with a D and a C. It's like a C with a 2 note in it for all you theory people out there. So we're going to roll that down, and then we're going to do the same chord up here, but we're going to roll it up. Or you can just hit it. So it's like, let me see. Okay, so that is the whole intro for Haven of Rest in the key of G. I'm going to play it all nice and slow so that way you can kind of hear it in context and not with all the other instruments in the track. My soul, it's set exile. Okay, so that is it for the intro of the Haven of Rest, and it starts in the key of G here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the next lesson where we start the verse.